Welcome back, race fans. This is round 9 of the Ultimate Racing Network V8 Supercars 2015. Again, this is race 1, so 20 minutes of qualifying has already happened. We have GSR Roadrunner as our pole sitter. Again, race 1, this is going to be an 11-lap race with a formation lap. Again, I'm your host, Ryan McDowell, Siphon68. Joining me in the commentary box this week is Jack Shia.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing well today. Be reading out the starting grid for you. Starting on pole for DBUK No Fear Racing with a 150.804 is GSR Roadrunner. Second, falling 1.15 tenths behind is LRT Breeze. Third is Skolzy Slash. Fourth is TPR Zermatt, with fifth going to LRT Nath. Sixth is F4H Eggy, followed by F4H Diablo in seventh. Eighth is N6R Gannon, and ninth is LSR Baloo. 10th is J Parrot 46, rounding out our top 10. Qualifying in 11th, 1.992 seconds behind GSR Roadrunner is DKS Monkey. 12th is K-Pi BR. 13th is F4H Miko. 14th we have Midland Zeta. 15th we have N6R Crazy. 16th we have Mr. Stepanov, and rounding out the grid in 17th is NGR Zagal. That rounds out our grid for today. Should be a fantastic race.
So let's talk about some of the surprises that we had in qualifying. What do you think was the biggest, maybe not shock, but abnormal for qualifying?
I was surprised to see Skolzy Slash qualifying so high. I know he likes Watkins Glen, but this is his best result of the season so far for qualifying, and the highest placing Nissan. It's good to see him doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the other one that I thought was pretty impressive was LRT Nathan, fifth. And really, he's only, 6 tenths, but roughly half a second off the front runner pace. That's really impressive for him. F4H Eggy also up in, on the third row, ahead of F4H Diablo and N6R Gannon. So right. Both of those guys are normally top qualifiers, and we're seeing some impressive times from them.
If any of those guys can really get in front of either the front two row people at the start in this 11-lap race, they could hold them back behind them for all 11 laps. It wouldn't be too difficult, as passing opportunities are kind of limited around here.
Yeah, you're kind of waiting for somebody to make a mistake with putting traction down. Like, it's pretty easy to spin here, especially if you gauge the rumble strips wrong.
Very true, very true. The rumble strips, they could end up bouncing you into other people too, causing a big pile up.
So with no grid spots here, the drivers are lining up with pole on the left, and we're seeing 20-foot gaps between drivers. So the drivers are just watching their HUD to make sure that they're lined up appropriately. It takes a little bit longer than filing into normal grid spots, but it works out pretty well. It's a little bit tighter than normal, I would say. Like if you normally had the grid spots, I think it's a little bit more like 25 to 30 feet, but 20 feet makes it kind of interesting here, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely an interesting first corner, especially the way this first corner is, how tight it is. We should see some very good action going into it.
Absolutely. So we're probably looking at, we're either looking at 3 seconds here to go. Yeah, indeed, there they go. All right, so we're on board with F4H Eggy headed into the first turn right here. Looks fairly clean. A little bit of a tap there between the two F4H guys. Eggy falling back. GSR Roadrunner away there. Skolzy Slash
into second.
Indeed. Coming up into the bus stop now.
Everything's remaining fairly clean. We'll see how this goes the first time through.
Switch back to a replay camera here just as they get into the bus stop.
Everything's looking fairly clean so far still.
This is pretty impressive. The bus stop is really tough to keep clean, especially with this many cars.
Zermatt making a move down on Breeze right now. Ooh.
Breeze peeking to the left on Skullsy Slash there as they enter the heel. He's running around the outside. That's not optimal.
Just looking for a way to get around right now.
It looks like Zermatt is going to try and make this move around the outside. We'll see whether it'll work. He's got to outbrake him. I don't think he's going to be able to get it done. He's alongside. He is on the inside. They're alongside each other. Are they going to get it here? That was the heel. They're coming up into joining the chute. He's going to have to tuck back in. Indeed, he does. He is right on his bumper, though. We're getting ready to finish the first lap here. Penultimate corner. They're going to get as close as they possibly can to this inside corner without upsetting the car.
These two battling could allow for Skullsy Slash and Roadrunner to just walk away from them if they keep at it for too long.
Yeah, absolutely.
We chance at the win.
We know that for sure. I'll give you a quick rundown on our leaders here. We see them passing the timing car right now. For those of you that want to follow, we see that turn_official is our timing car for the day. So we've got GSR Roadrunner. What do you see?
Big wreck in the X's.
Who does it involve?
It's LRT Nath. It's a massive pileup. 9th all the way back. There's cars in the air everywhere.
That could be cause for a red flag restart. Wow, that is insane.
That is massive. It looked like Nath just got into someone going up the S's, and that just caused a chain reaction. We have to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, that could be a restart. I believe that is actually restartable.
Yeah, while this is going on, these front four are just so close too. If this isn't a restart, this battle is going to get very intense up here.
It is not. It does not qualify for a restart. Let me just convey that to the drivers real quick.
Breeze making a move around the outside, Slash gets back into second. Breeze now beginning his hunt down on Roadrunner. Still has Skullsy Slash on his outside though. Be 3 wide down the front straightaway. Oh, and they touch on turn 1.
Who's that you see touching?
Slash and Breeze. Slash retains second.
We'll head right back up to the front. That was kind of chaos there. Several people out. The rules clearly state that, good, bad, or indifferent, the rules clearly state that the restarts only happen if the collision involves 3 or more cars, which that certainly did, but that was on the second lap, unfortunately.
Right, so it can't be a restart.
Right, for consistency's sake, unfortunately.
Zermatt and Breeze are driving very close to each other right now. This is a very fun battle to watch while they're going through the damaged cars.
Yeah, absolutely. This will certainly mix up race 1 here. The good news for several of these drivers is that they only have to endure this for, 11 laps or so here.
Right. That definitely does. If there's any benefit from it, this is the shorter race.
Skullsy Slash having a peek at GSR Roadrunner here. Oh, lap down traffic.
Lap down traffic, not getting out of the way.
Oh man, who was that?
Breeze and Zermatt. They are not going to be happy about that.
I don't know who that was in the. Was that N6R? Was that N6R so. Crazy?
I believe it was both of them because they hit both of them.
One of the N6R was well off the track. I think it was Zagal that was off the track.
Did Breeze get damage out of that? I don't believe he did. No, his car is A-okay.
Actually, he did pick up damage. He's in the pits right now. He wouldn't have done that had he not picked up damage. No, I'm talking about Zermatt.
Okay.
Zermatt in the pits.
He's going to drop down to at least 6th. Breeze now is just pushing so hard to make up the ground he's lost from this incident. While Skolzy Slash and GSR Roadrunner are just 50 feet separating 2 car lengths.
Man, this is... I'm not really even sure what to say here. Like, you know, on one side, whether I want or do not want to restart is a little bit... irrelevant, because if the rules state lap 1, that's what we've got to stick to for consistency's sake. Otherwise, you know, the restart procedure could just go on for forever.
Could go on to the last lap if there was a massive pileup if it needed to be.
Yeah, right.
This will definitely have points implications as well, considering it's so late in the season. It's going to be hard to recover from one bad race.
Yeah, especially, you know, the battle at the front is, we've got LRT Breeze with, he's currently sitting 3rd, not involved in any of that. I think he's going to come out the true winner from this. I mean, GSR Roadrunner looks like he's going to be able to make a go of this. I'm not sure whether Skolzy Slash will be able to get around GSR Roadrunner. Holy cow, he's close. He's practically pushing him down.
We could see a move coming up to the bus stop if he really wanted to.
Man, these guys are getting aggressive.
We'll see if he peeks to the inside down the straightaway, or Roadrunner's running a little less air than him.
Yeah, I don't know. Down into bus stop is not the place I would want to pass at all. Yeah, he thinks better of it, backs out of it just a little bit to allow some room. That is certainly not the spot.
It seems like Slash is taking the outer loop very well in comparison to the other drivers. He could get a nice run down to the next left-hand corner.
Yeah, it looks like he's just a bit off pace here, or maybe the Ford is a little better through this sector, but we know as the lap ends, Skolzy Slash closes right up on GSR Roadrunner. I'm not sure where Breeze is at here. I'm not sure how far back he is.
Breeze is running. He's coming out of the heel right now.
All right, so as a result of that insanity that happened on lap 2, let's take a look at this. We've got GSR Roadrunner is leading the race. Skolzy Slash 46 is 2nd. LRT Breeze maintains 3rd. LSR Baloo made it through that insanity and is also 4th. F4H Aggie is 5th. DKS Monkey is 6th. J Parrot 46 is 7th. His teammate TPR Zermatt 8th. N6R Gannon is 9th. LRT Nath is 10th, down 5 positions from start. Let's see, Mr. Stepanov is up to 11th. Midland Zeta is 12th. F4H Miko is 13th. F4H Diablo.
Roadrunner and Slash are side by side going down the front straightaway into turn 1.
Oh man, it's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Roadrunner just had the preferred line through there. He can't do anything.
Yeah, he really did. He ran him sort of out of room, had to either take the run out or back out of it, and I think he chose the wiser of the two.
He might be able to get back at him down the straight, though.
Oh man, they are definitely pushing. I can see the sparks there. What a race at the front, even though this is a battle of really 2 here. We would have liked to see more cars in the hunt for the front, but this is insane.
This is so much fun to watch, and just the cars are better in their own respective areas of the track, which makes it all the more interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. This middle sector here, we see GSR Roadrunner pulling away a bit, or maybe it's just Skolzy Slash. He goes to the inside. We're going to see he's alongside. Not going to make a move happen there, but man, he hasn't tried that.
That was an ambitious move right there.
No doubt. I'm wondering how nervous is GSR Roadrunner right now with Skolzy Slash all over the back of him. This could be the very first win for a Nissan, let alone Skolzy Slash.
Skolzy Slash is definitely hungry for his first win in turn events.
They're coming up on Mr. Stepanov right now.
He should heed way. He's a very courteous driver.
Yeah, we haven't seen any issues with Mr. Stepanov in the past. You can see the Holden up in front there. We see Breeze just behind. He could be catching these two.
If this continues, it could turn into a 3-way battle.
Yeah, indeed. All right, so we are 14 and a half minutes Man, I don't want to leave the front here. Normally we'd be sliding back and seeing where others are faring through the action, but this is way too close to leave the front here.
It certainly is.
So we
Zermatt
don't see
has
Skullsy
fallen
Slash.
back to 8th.
We don't see Skullsy Slash near as close as we have in laps past. They both run wide at the 90 turn 1 there, heading up through the S's right now. This is going to be a tough spot to catch Mr. Stepanov. Is it going to slow up GSR Roadrunner if Mr. Stepanov can't get out of the way? Oh man, the bus stop is going to be rough to catch him there too.
It is. There's no good place for it to happen.
I think just after it, the loop is a, you know, the outer loop just after the bus stop would be a perfect spot for Mr. Stepanov to pull off to the side.
Slash made
there
up
he
so
goes.
much ground through there.
Indeed, Mr. Stepanov conceding where he possibly could right there at the outer loop. Skullsy Slash there in the Nissan in second.
I think Slash is just plotting his move now, trying to figure out where he can actually get a move done.
Man, he's just ravenous here. Right then, F4H Eggy has moved his way up into 5th, DKS Monkey 6th, J Parrot 46 7th, TPR Zermatt has moved up just a bit, he's 8th. Let's see, N6R Ganon is 9th, LRT Nath is 10th, Mr. Stepanov 11th, Midland Zeta 12th, F4H Miko 13th, Diablo 14th, N6R Crazy 15th, Kai PBR is 16th, and in 17th, NGR Zagal.
With the way things are running right now, we'll see Breeze will actually overtake Zermatt in points after race 1. So the way this incident is played out is going to have massive points implications. The 60-point gap should be gone.
60 points is going to be the relative difference, is that right? I don't quite think so, because 3rd place is worth 75 points.
Zermatt's sitting in 8th currently.
Right, so 8th place, let's take a quick look and see if, while this battle is just brewing, this is pretty insane, honestly.
You see Breeze just gradually getting closer.
Yeah, indeed.
It's the question of, is there enough time for him to actually get a move done and get up there?
So 8th is worth 56 points. So no, we won't see Breeze move ahead because it's a differential of only about 20 points there. It's 19 points actually difference. So it will for sure help LRT Breeze, and he's got to finish ahead of TPR Zermatt in pretty much every race going.
He does. If he can finish ahead in double points at Bathurst next week as well.
Holy cow! All right, so this has settled down just a little bit. Skullsy Slash. Oh, a bit of a touch on the grass there from GSR Roadrunner allows Skullsy Slash to catch up just a little bit. Not on his bumper yet, but certainly closing the distance there.
Skullsy Slash is definitely good through this last sector. He could close it up even more, maybe take another shot down to turn 1.
Indeed, my heart had just returned to normal pace, and then that happened.
That's for sure. And Breeze is just coming in leaps and bounds against these two.
Geez, what a race for our race 1 here. Usually these are very predictable affairs. The first race is more predictable than the second race. But this has been really anything but that. Running wide as Skullsy Slash almost hits the barrier there. I think GSR Roadrunner has fallen into a rhythm now.
He's pretty much, I think he's going to be going on autopilot and just banking in his lap times. And you just see Breeze in the background now closing on Slash. It could become a battle for second now.
Yeah, indeed. All right, well, while this is happening, we're going to be taking a look for more battles further back in the pack. We're going to take a look at 7th place TPR Zermatt at the moment. Let's see what we can see, whether he can move up any more positions. He did get by his teammate. He's going to be chasing down DKS Monkey.
The field is quite spaced out right now, except for those front 3.
Various amounts of damage causing the pack to totally just spread out.
It is totally spread out now, besides those front 3.
Taking a look here, see if we can't see some more battles.
Everyone has got at least 2 or 3 seconds between each car.
Indeed, we need to keep checking back on the front to make sure that we're not missing anything up there. But our camera car will just go back through the field here a little bit. See if we can't find...
GSR Roadrunner is still pulling away. It's hard to find anything back here that's got two drivers that are very close together. It's more of the hunt of Zermatt chasing down DKS Monkey.
Indeed, it now looks like LRT Breeze in third is, as we said before, he is getting ever closer to Skullsy Slash here. We'll see whether he can make that up. We're 20 minutes into this race, so that probably only got 1 or 2 laps left remaining.
That's for sure, yeah. So everyone's going to be pushing hard at the end, especially these front three, so they don't lose their positions. Zermatt's about 5 seconds behind DKS Monkey right now. It'll be interesting to see if he can make up that gap. He's pushing like crazy using all of the track available.
We're going to take a quick peek here and see, well, Skullsy Slash is actually gaining again on GSR Roadrunner. I don't know if there was a mistake made there, but the first through third is actually condensing a bit.
Oh, it is, for sure. We could see a good battle for this last lap for first position.
Man, what a race for Skullsy Slash, to be honest.
He's got to be feeling good about this. And hopefully this momentum for him will carry into race 2 this week and even to Bathurst next week.
Yeah, really unfortunate whatever happened there in that huge pileup we saw. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, sometimes catastrophes happen in a race. If we had if it was in the rules for some sort of yellow flag condition or even a red flag condition, our red flag condition unfortunately only goes to that first lap. But if we had a yellow flag, I think many of these, it would be a slightly different order, and several drivers just getting lucky this race. Thinking of LSR Baloo, let's say, in fourth place. This is going to be a great weekend for him and Skullsy Slash.
For sure, they could pull up in the team's championship this week.
Yeah, second and fourth is going to be amazing, and that all assumes that, and we just had our first retirement there from NGR Zagal, but we're 22 minutes in, so he's going to be classified in this lobby.
Right. It's interesting, this last lap. It does seem like Slash is closing in on Roadrunner here. I don't know if he has enough time to make it up, but if he does, it could be one good run to the finish.
We're going to switch cars here real quick to Skullsy Slash. I just don't think there's enough, there's really just not enough time left. There's not enough corners for him to really make up the gap that's happened.
Right. This race could have been so much different had that incident not happened with the lap traffic with Breeze and Zermatt.
No doubt.
Judging by how much Breeze has closed up.
No doubt.
It's very impressive.
So I'm going to assume that this is our last lap here.
I believe so.
Let's see what we can see as far as fuel usage here. 25% fuel left for Skullsy Slash. Pretty massive front tire wear there, 41%.
It could be a lot worse, though, depending on your setup. If you're running a higher front caster.
Running just a bit wide there, penultimate corner. This could be the last turn of the race. We'll see here in just a minute. Getting ready to cross the line now. Indeed, that was GSR Roadrunner taking the race then. Skullsy Slash finishing a strong second there.
Hopefully his momentum will continue on.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a fantastic race at the front. A very unfortunate race for what appeared to be the vast majority of this Lobby A here, but holy cow, what a race.
It'll change how race 2 will go for sure, and I feel like a lot of people will be more cautious, and it'll definitely shake up the points as well.
Yeah, that's definitely a good spot there. Okay, so I'm going to read through the final results here. GSR Roadrunner first, Skullsy/46 is second, LRT Breeze third, LSR Baloo does manage to snag fourth, F4H Eggy is fifth, DKS Monkey coming around right now for sixth, TPR Zermatt locks in seventh place. Let me see if I can find. So he'll be just down on I think he's going to have about 16-point deficit here to LRT Breeze. Going further down the order then, we've got his teammate J Parrot 46 in 8th. Still waiting for other drivers to cross the line. Jeez, what a race. I just can't get over how...
I can't get over that first 5 or 6 laps, how close that was.
No doubt.
Just insane how close these drivers are driving and still remaining clean. It's very impressive on their parts that they didn't have any massive incidents besides that one. Obviously the front two, they just... there's nothing that can be said. It's amazing how close they were.
Yeah, great driving from both of them. There was nothing that I saw that was even remotely questionable. It was just really good defensive driving, really good offensive driving, and a bit of luck as well that Skullsy/ was ahead of all that damage and didn't get held up by...
That's for sure.
Lap traffic. We're going to have to see whether we get some stewards' inquiries from that wreck in the S's and perhaps that lap down traffic causing a bit of an incident there.
From the look, when I saw it, it looked like it was an LRT Nath, I believe. Nath, yes, my mistake. Coming together with either F4H Egg or Diablo. I can't be certain, though, if it was one of those yellow F4H Yamaha cars or not.
Yeah, it could have been. Alright, so going back down the order here, we've got N6R Ganon in 9th, LRT Nath in 10th, Mr. Stepanov finishes out 11th, that's good points for him, Midland Zeta 12th, F4H Miko then is 13th, F4H Diablo finishes out 14th, we're waiting on Kai PBR and N6R Crazy to finish out their race.
Kai PBR just came across the line.
Right then, so now just waiting on 16th place N6R Crazy. He will lock in that position as there are no other running positions. We've got NGR Zagal claiming 18th there after a late retirement.
Crazy coming across the line now. What a race.
Holy cow.
My heart was pounding that pretty much entire time.
Yeah, that was
we
so...
see something like that the next one.
Yeah, I hope so. Alright, so we're going to collect some of the timing here and get ready for our second race. Again, that's going to be reverse order. It's going to be these same drivers, but it's going to be reverse order based on season standing. So we're going to see the fast guys, or the statistically fast guys at the back making their way through a field of drivers that may have pretty good pace, but just don't have the points in the season already. So it should make race 2 also a pretty interesting race. It's going to be a little bit of a longer race, and we should see another good match there.
We should see roles reversed between Slash and Roadrunner, considering he'll be starting ahead of him.
Yeah, indeed. It'll be interesting to see whether anybody can get around Skullsy/ here with his relatively high performance here.
For sure. It's been a great race.
All right, guys. So we're going to be back for race 2 in just a moment. Stay tuned.